Hello. Will apologize in advance. I am a little bit wiped today. How is everybody going? My throat's a bit croaky too, by the sounds of it. Haven't done a lot of speaking today. Did plenty yesterday. And here we have Elvis again. No, don't do that, please. Elvis must have missed me yesterday because he has barely left me alone today. Hello, Denali. Hey, how are you? Oh, would you relax, please? Why are your eyes all mucky? Hmm? You don't ever get mucky eyes. Yes, so I went out yesterday. So unfortunately, I was only coming home on the bus after 3 o'clock, I think. And I was just, after being out all morning, I was just wiped. So I gave it a miss yesterday. Sorry about that. But I'm still here working on the fiber from the Fiber Arts shed. I can't tell whether I'm actually doing 45 or 60, but I am trying to keep it maintained using my control card. And I've got my three finished skeins here behind me of the tour so far. I did ply up the yarn that I've been spindling um, today, the first one. So I've got another one drying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, Denali. Oh, you're cold. Oh no. Hi, Nat. How are you feeling? Good to hear you're home, safe and sound. So I did a bit of plying this morning because my jumper I showed you guys the other day, the hand spun one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of yarn. I don't know. I think I'll be fine for the front and back and potentially a collar, but I probably won't have any sleeves. So I think I mentioned I had two more bobbins of singles, so I chain plied those this morning to get my 3-ply, and I have got that in for a wash at the minute. So hopefully I will be okay for that sweater. Because yeah, I think I'm 2/3 the way through the back, so I should be fine to do the back. But obviously, it's the collar and sleeves and things. I might only be able to do a vest, like I was discussing. Natalie's a little sore, but okay, good. Hope it's not too sore. Well, at least now that you're home, you can relax a bit better. Goodness. Simon's doing something in Minecraft downstairs, and it's very loud. Unless there's bombs going off somewhere here, which is highly unlikely. Don't know whether it's thunder or something in Minecraft, but I can hear these big booms. Tell you what, I don't love spinning this fine. It's not as fun. I mean, the yarn when it's finished is going to be beautiful, but it's not fun spinning this thin, especially on this rickety old wheel. Hi, Emily. Glad to see you made it today. Good to see you. I am fighting with my super fine single here, and I've got my control card with me, as per our DMs on Instagram. I am trying to get approximately 45 on my wraps per inch, but I can't tell the difference between 45 and 60 on my control card. Uh, oh no. That doesn't sound like fun, Nat. So I had a fun day out yesterday with my friend. We had some lunch and very exciting news. She is looking to destash a blending board that she has and the fibers that she bought for the blending board. So I'm probably going to pick those up next week. So that means I can start making my own blends of fiber, which is pretty exciting because you guys know I've been talking about getting a drum carder, but I guess a blending board is a good place to start. So, yeah, I'm a bit excited. I've never done anything like that before, so um, yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that home. Probably Tuesday I'll be getting that, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having a go. Like I've never blended anything before, so I don't know how much I'm going to like it or how good I'm going to be. Obviously, probably not great to begin with, but it's exciting to have something that gets me sort of closer to the drum carder kind of step. So, what's going on in the chat? Oh, excuse me. You did hear. Yeah, my default is much more fun, Emily. This is so thin, but like when I do the plyback test, it looks really pretty. Like I feel like my single is overspun because it's just so tight because it's so thin. Um, but once it's plied back on itself, it fluffs up a bit. So hopefully after washing and all of that, it'll be a nice yarn, but it's just kind of painful to be spinning this thin because it's taking forever to get anywhere. Like I feel like I've done nothing. Yeah, Emily, you do a lot more quantity, so I can see that that would be really useful for you. Oh, Nat. Well, let's hope for the shortest time possible that we need those in. Yeah, so what else happened yesterday? I got my sample at Loom back because she had borrowed it. So I can make myself some more dishcloths because my dishcloths are all wearing out. Emily says, I think it's one of those spins where you'll love the finish yarn more than the spin. Yeah, that is definitely going to be the case. I can tell that already. But hopefully, like the fact that it is so fine, I'll get a really good yardage out of it as well. So hopefully, I can make something decent out of the finished yarn. Like even if it's um like a contrast. I'm getting a little. No, I'm still good. Um, a contrast in like a color work something or other. That could be fun. Yeah, you got the fancy schmancy drum carder, Natalie. It whines for you. I'm just looking to have a hand crank one to begin with because, like, who knows? I might hate doing it. Hey, yay, Emily. What did you end up choosing for your handspun? 'Cause you had a couple that you were thinking about, weren't you? Or is that a different spin I'm thinking of? Because you said something about you didn't want to do another obsidian because it would be too similar. I just quickly want to say too, Susanna, if you are watching this on a replay or live or whatever, congratulations on your bat with Trish the other day. I only just watched it this morning. It was pretty exciting when you got called to win that bat. I hope you enjoy it. It looked really pretty. I really liked it. So you're going to have to share with us all in the group once you spin it. So that was pretty exciting. I think you said it was 5:30 in the morning or something, and you'd won a bat, and Trish was making it. I thought that was so fun. You had a lot of my favorite colors in your selections as well. But yeah, if anybody hasn't been watching Trisha's lives, she did a bossy bat where she gave away a couple of bats and people could choose the colors that she put in. And one of them is Susanna, who has dropped in here, I think, a couple of times and is maybe watching the replays. Yeah, she actually won, so that was exciting. So I said to Simon, "That's Susanna," when her name got called, when she got the right number for the bat. Let's see. Same one. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the same spin. Yes. Decided on the Volshka. I can barely read that. I've got my computer so far away from me today, and I'm just like I'm blind, so I'm having to lean right forward to be able to read. The flowers on the yolk. Nice. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to use this for something really pretty like that. I'm thinking maybe I need to get like a larger like bump of fiber to spin, like taking inspiration from you, Emily, um, to do the body stuff so I can spin it similar to the way I'm spinning this or the same. And then potentially use this as the contrast color for a colorwork something, even though I don't really like colorwork, but we will see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I may end up just knitting a shawl or something out of this. I think I'm getting a little bit fat on my single, but only marginally. I'm not used to monitoring myself so much in a spin as I am with this one. Ah, good on you, Denali. Did some drop spinning yesterday. Did not go. Oh, do you have a normal, like a top or bottom well spindle, or do you have the Turkish? What have you got? I can't remember. You probably have said, but my memory is like a sieve, so I don't remember a lot of stuff. Thanks, Emily. And I was talking to my friend yesterday um, about potentially paying a visit to Luba at Wool Chambers, go to her studio at some point and have a look at the fibers that she's got up there. Because she's actually not too far from where my friend lives. So she was like, "Oh, we could go and visit Luba." So I might do that at some point. And then I can get a bigger sort of amount, a custom amount to potentially, yeah, spin for a sweater. Ooh, itchy. Top well, yeah. Yeah. Well, I actually oh you sorry, I've got two different chats going. Emily, you talking about going to see Luba's studio? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's something. I think you just make an appointment. I think you're allowed to just go because I know that my friend Shelley, who I saw yesterday, she knows Luba through kind of the channels and stuff, and has been to her studio previously. So I know that that's kind of a thing that we can do. Elvis, no, no, yeah, I don't care. You're being very pushy today. You are. Somebody missed me yesterday, clearly. Um, so yeah, it is. I think it's a possibility. I think you just have to make an appointment with her. but I also this drop spindle, going back to what Denali was saying about um her spindling, I've pulled out the cat and sparrow spindle that I got the other week and have started spinning the same fiber as I was doing, because I hate this. This is a horrible, horrible Turkish spindle. Like, look, it literally falls off the shaft and it spins independent of the shaft. It's horrible. And this bottom bit is horrible and there's no notch at the top. So I hate this thing. So I looked to see if I can make a similar single on the nicer spindle, and I can. So I'm hoping that will be okay. And I'll just use this nicer spindle that actually spins nicely and doesn't rotate independently of the shaft to do the rest of this spin. I know, yes, you're very needy. You need to relax, please. You go relax. Go on, you go relax somewhere. I missed anything? No. So yeah, I have all the ideas in my head for spinning, and I even said to Simon, when we went to Cash Converters the other day, I said, what kind of 3D printer do you think that I would need? Stop it. Stop it. To print my own Turkish spins. No, back please. So yeah, I've got all these things going in my brain, but I can't do them all at once. Come on, spin forward, you silly thing. So now you've messed me all up. I'm all out of sync. Thank you very much. You big turd. Go see Dad. Come on, you go see Daddy. Why won't my wheel turn? Don't know what is happening. I had my drive band actually fall off before I started recording, so I don't know. Hopefully, it's not going to happen again. Emily says, I know others do it because spinning is such a tactile thing, it would make sense to allow people to come in person and feel the floof. Yeah. Yeah. The more rare breeds, yeah. Especially because I haven't, like I've said before in the Tour de Fleece, I'm very much a merino spinner and I haven't tried much of anything else. So like to actually go and have a look at what she has, and like she's like far more of a fiber expert than I will ever be. So at least like talk to her about what she would recommend and that kind of thing would in the very least be interesting and educational. It just threw my drive band again. Something's going wrong and I don't know what it is. Because this was the issue that I said that I was having with this wheel. It would just throw the drive band, and it's a pain to get back on. I don't know why today. The first time it did it, I thought it did it because my charger cable for my laptop was in the way, and had maybe like knocked it off, but now it's well clear of that, so I don't know why it's just popped off again. So excuse me while I try and fix this, because there will be no more spinning if I can't fix it. Because like it suddenly starts to pull really hard, like my tension, like the what do you call it? The take up starts to pull really hard. That's why I was having trouble getting the wheel going just now, and then it suddenly just pops off. So I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. All right, well, we're back on. We'll see what happens. I think we're on properly. Oh, no. Oh gosh. Which way? There we go. Elvis, can you get off my fibre, please? Okay, let's see if we can get going again. What have I missed? And Janelle says her husband's co-worker has a 3D printer and keeps making her stuff. Yes. Well, if you go to the Thingiverse, I think it is like the 3D printing like file share website. There are a bunch of Turkish spindle files on there. So um, if he's happy to do it for you, yeah, send him like a link or something. Have a look on there and see which ones you like. Yeah, you do mention alpaca a lot, Natalie. I can't wear alpaca, so I don't spin it. I've tried in the past, but because it doesn't like, it's not as grippy, I find I struggle with alpaca. 3D print to get a Bamboo Lab. Yeah, my friend James has got Bamboo Lab 3D printers because he was probably going to be the person that I would talk to if I want to actually do it. I just don't know. It's probably not feasible just with the amount of space I have to work with, is to have a another big box I need to find a spot for. Oh, that's interesting, Emily. She says her husband didn't enjoy 3D printing until he got the Bamboo Lab one. Yeah, because I don't know what I literally know nothing about 3D printing other than you need like the filament or a resin or whatever um to print stuff. Um, so yeah, that would be a whole nother rabbit hole that you know I'm not averse to going down, but yeah, me and my rabbit holes. Some of them stick, some of them don't. And that's the thing is it's kind of an investment to you know as a suck it and see kind of thing. Yeah, it's like the scales on the fiber or something, isn't it, Natalie? So does that mean that you need to like spin the alpaca a bit tighter, like more twist than you would for like a wool, a sheep's wool? I'm assuming so. Okay, well we're back on track here. So let's hope we can keep this going. Yeah, I'm probably about a 45. I was actually watching Kirsten, JK Fiber Arts this morning, and she's so technical with her spinning, and I'm just like, it couldn't be me. She was getting the angle of her twist and everything. I'm just like, oh. I think I can do reps per inch, but anything past that, I'm just like, gets too technical for me. Denali says my current rabbit hole is the need I have to make my own buttons out of polymer clay. So I've got to get some clay tomorrow. Yes, I have my polymer clay is actually under my laptop just in front of me. Because I did have a bunch of polymer clay collection and then I gave it away or I sold it, I think, on Marketplace. And then now I've decided that I want to make stitch markers out of it again. So I bought a few more colours. I actually haven't made buttons. Um, Trish from Fibre Love Diary has done buttons and dizzes. So I probably will make a diz for when I have the blending board to pull the fibre off through the diz with the polymer clay that I have. So I'll have to go back and find that video from Trish. FDM would be what you want. Resin's quite brittle and wouldn't work for drop spindles. Yeah. Oh, you got some bobbins too. That's cool, Emily. Yeah, I know my friend has got both. He's got like the filament and the resin. So it just depends what he wants to make out of it because he's quite into it. So yeah, he's um actually going to be making me a cone winder hopefully. And I need to pick some, I think it's pet something filament that I need to pick and buy for him so he can do that. And Natalie says you either twist your alpaca or you blend it. Yeah, that makes sense. Blend it into something. And Denali's been making beaded progress markers. There you go. Nice. But yeah, because I've been giving out like little lentil bead stitch markers in my orders. So just like a little thank you gift to put into my orders, and I ran out. So that's why I felt the need to, because they were some that I made a while ago with my original batch of clay. And because I ran out, I wanted to make some more. So that's why I bought some more clay so that I can make some more stitch markers to pop in orders. The lentil beads make like the little swirly patterns. And I picked the clay in like the colors of my branding. So like a dark purple, a pink, a grey, I think. Or no, I got black and white so I can make grey. And because my two favorite colors together are like pink and grey. So but yeah, I definitely have to look up Trisha's video on making a diz so I can, instead of making like roll ags off the blending board, I can diz it and make more of like a top type fiber prep. I see my bird doing something downstairs. It's very cold and wet today. It's only 10 degrees according to my laptop. So she is in today, wreaking havoc. He's already been out for a fly around today, which gets into mischief. Well, if it wasn't for this stuff going onto the bobbin, I wouldn't even know that I'm making progress. Because I just feel like I've still got the same amount of fibre dragging off me. My feet are getting cold though. And I've even got my socks on. Oh, so it's not too far off what I thought you'd be a lot colder than that, Nat. You're only 9. Because I think last time we had the awful weather, you were like 3 or so degrees colder. But yeah, it's the type of day where Elvis doesn't want to go and do his business outside, which is annoying because then he runs around feeling uncomfortable and it's like, dude, just go. It's probably half the reason he's been so annoying today. Just all up in my business is because he's probably uncomfortable. Can't stand to get the footsies wet. I think it feels like 4. My goodness. Yeah, I don't know what it feels like. Is I don't think I have my phone on me. Oh, my phone's recording, obviously. um, but my laptop just tells me what it actually is, unless I probably click on it and have a look. Because it was got really windy last night again. So I don't like the wind. Emily's had a heated foot warmer on all day. That sounds divine. We had the heater on earlier because the house is just so cold, which was helpful because I'm trying to revive my sourdough starter. because she's been a little bit neglected in the fridge. So I got her out and she's thriving again. She's had a couple of discard and feed rounds. So I could probably begin to make some bread pretty soon. We have a favourite soup that we like to make and have some bread with it. It's like a tomato tortellini soup. It's really yummy. Emily says, especially when one of my kittens lays on it and purrs, makes it extra cozy. Oh, cute. They know where the good spots are. Yeah, I probably need to go find my Ugg boots. Yay! Another one. Denali says she finally caved and made a sourdough starter. Well, I mean, the beginning of the process can be a little bit labor intensive, but after you kind of have something that is beginning to, Bubba, no, thank you. Come on. After you have something that's beginning to rise bread, because it's probably to make your starter, you're looking at like a week of discards and feedings and stuff. But once it's kind of going, you can just pop it in the fridge and just feed it occasionally, I find. I haven't had any issues with that. My starter is, oh gosh, 2 or so years old now at this point, and although she was very hungry when I pulled her out of the fridge the other day, because I haven't made bread for like probably a month or more, she's bubbled back up perfectly fine since I've done a couple of discard and feeds. So yeah, I mean, they're not as hard really. There's a lot of hands off time, I find. Oh, you couldn't get your starter going, that? It does take a little while. The smell was normal. Yes. Yes, they have funky smells, definitely. Like mine that I pulled out, was it yesterday? It was the other night I pulled it out, and yesterday I fed it yesterday morning, and she was funky because she was just so starved. Once it's more healthy, it still has a smell, but it doesn't smell quite as bad as when it's like well starved. Because technically I should bring it out and like discard and feed at least once a week from the fridge, but life gets in the way. And she tends to bounce back. So, and the way I kind of see it is like I feel like it kind of it does add to this like the flavor. Like when you see I've read that when you see like that black layer of kind of liquid on the top, you always just mix that in, don't pour it off, because that is like flavor that will add to the flavor of your sourdough. Sally said she gave it a sniff and was like, "Oh my god, I did something wrong." No. No, well, I mean, when you think about it, like you think about like a really nice sourdough loaf that you get that tangy kind of um flavor that comes through, and that's all because of the I was going to say fungus. That's not the right thing. The yeasts and that in your starter. So mine's only just after 2 years, like really starting to get the good tanginess to it. Discard brownies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does take a little while till you can use your discard. But I've made a bunch of discard recipes. There's a website. What's it called? King Arthur Baking, I think. King Arthur. It's a flour brand. I think it's an American one, so you'd probably be more familiar than I would, Denali. And they've got a ton of discard recipes on their website. I've tried bagels, I've done pretzels, I've done cakes. I don't know whether that was from that website, but I did like a cinnamon cake, I think. Um, what's the other place I get recipes from? Farmhouse on Boone. She has a really good cinnamon roll recipe that I've made multiple times. My mother-in-law loves it. But I think that's actually for active because you want it to like rise the rolls. Yeah, yeah, you're right now. Yeah, you can make pancakes, all that kind of thing. Waffles. Um, yeah, there's a lot you can use it for. I haven't been keeping the stuff that I've been pulling out because it was so starved, so I've just gotten rid of it because it might not have tasted the best, so I've just gotten rid of it in the last 2 days. But yeah, I love making sourdough bread. Problem is if I made it as regularly as the starter probably needs, like Simon and I would probably both be 300 kilo because we like having our bread with butter. So, and having an entire sourdough loaf between the two of us because it's only us. So, yeah, it's just not feasible to eat that much bread and butter. Yeah, definitely have a look, Denali. I think it's King Arthur flour. Does that sound right? It's King something. And Farmhouse on Boone has a few sourdough recipes. And my favorite kind of, um, what do you call it? Like encyclopedic knowledge of sourdough. My favorite place to go to is Food Bod Sourdough. So Food BOD Sourdough. She has a YouTube channel and a website with so much information and using the Foodbod website and reading through the articles and the posts on there is actually what really boosted my sourdough quality. So I would definitely recommend giving that a look as well. Denali says, years ago, my mum had a sourdough starter and she used it to make sourdough pancakes, which are super popular in Alaska. Okay, interesting. Pretty much all sourdough is. So you're finally becoming normal in Alaska. Oh, it is. You know about it, Emily. Denali buys flour in bulk from Costco. Yeah. Yeah, usually the last batch of flour I bought, I don't really care for. It's not got a high enough protein in it. Um, it's a local brand. It's probably fantastic for like cakes and things. It's Gaganis brand. So if you're from Adelaide, you might know that name. I don't know if they're ever anywhere else, but we get a lot of their products here. Um, and I find it's just not enough like for bread. So I'm gonna next time, like once I've used what I've got, I'm gonna go. I like the Wallaby brand flour that I just get from Coles here. That's a Lauki product. Lauki is like a local mill that most people here would know. So yeah, I really like the Wallaby flour. That's what I usually get just from Coles. It's like not the cheapest, but it's got a decent protein content, and I find it makes really nice bread. So I just got to get through this batch of Gaganis flour that is probably wonderful for cakes, just not so good for my sourdough. Maybe it's a what do you call it? a a nudge to make more cakes, just to try and get through that because it's very fine as well. It's like it's very 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 fine flour. Yeah, Wallaby's good. Yeah, that's been my favorite. I was getting one from oh I don't want to name and shame because I kept getting moths in it from a different brand. And I don't know whether maybe it got infected from being in the shop shelves too long or whether it's actually from the mill. So I've stopped getting that brand and I've not had the same problem again. So I don't want to name and shame. I mean, I probably really should for locals so that they don't buy it, but maybe I'll tell you privately. I won't put it out on YouTube because that was nice flour. It's just I always found that I ended up with moths in my flour storage, which I haven't had since I stopped buying it. So used to be a baking shop in Gawler. Have you got a bread flour? Oh, poo. Oh, they're in Clare now, so they're close to Natalie. Because I know you can use I think you can use like the double O flour. Is that the right one? Double or triple O, one of the two. Is supposed to be good for like pasta and bread and pizza and stuff. But I think because I mostly just shop at Coles, or Drake's or Aldi, to get that you can only really get it in 1 kilo bags, and it's like, well, I get the Wallaby flour in 5 kilo bags, I think. Yeah, it's probably too cold where you are, Denali, to get too many moths. But yeah, it was a repeated thing from the same brand. I would always I would clean it out, get something fresh, put it in there, thinking, oh well, maybe it's something happened in my house that's done it or whatever. And then it would all get cleaned out. I'd get some fresh stuff, and then it would happen again. And it was just like I started going a bit mad. Like you think, oh, is it me? Because it's supposed to be an airtight container that I'm keeping my flour in. And so I just went, okay, well, I'm not going to buy that next time. I'm going to try a different brand, and I've not had an issue. So all I can imagine is that it was that brand, um, or it was the shop that I was buying it from. Potentially, they have an issue with pantry moths. So I've just avoided getting my stuff from this that brand and from that shop. Bacon brew. Okay, so if you're in Clare, bacon brew. Oh, two sons who are professional cyclists. Wow. Baking and cycling. Not two things I would have put together immediately. It's marketed as bread flour. Yeah, bread flour tends to have a higher protein level in it. You get 20 kilo at a time. Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting from this other brand is I was getting 20 kilo sacks, um, or 10 kilo sacks, one of the two. Um, because it was a good value. It was a good protein, good value for the quantity that I was getting. But now I just get the Wallaby, the 5 kilo at a time. And I've had the bread's really great, and I haven't ever had issues with moths again. So maybe I need to take a trip up to Clare and check them out. So I'm always forgetting, Emily, what rough area are you in again? So I thought you were in the hills, and then that wasn't right. I think when I asked you that once before. Because you mentioned Gawler, so I'm assuming you're. Oh, that's right. You're out. What is it? Roseworthy. That's right. I do remember that now. Because I was going to say because Luba is in Salisbury East, I think. So I don't know. Because I was thinking Gawler, Salisbury, not that kind of. They're kind of like. I'm just trying to. This is what my brain is doing in the background. I'm just having another little conversation and calculation in my brain in the background. But yeah, if you ever go near Salisbury East, that's where Luba is. So you could include a trip to her studio. Yeah. So my brain did remember something. I had to connect the dots though. I have a very bad memory. Oh, keep going. No, we've just thrown a drive band again. I think I'm done. I'm sick of fighting with this stupid wheel. Oh, yes, do that, Emily. Get Hubs to take ya and pay for everything. Not that that would make much difference for me. Simon's the one that earns all the money and I'm the one that budgets it. So, yeah, I say do that. Anyway, I should probably go. My drive band's thrown again. So I've had enough of this wheel for today, I think. I'm going to do some knitting. But thanks for the chat today, guys. It's been good. We've gone all over the place. Spinning to baking sourdough. My brain's already gone on vacation. Yeah, so I'm about the same, Emily. I've got my little business and that's about it. Other than that, I'm a kept woman. You too, Denali. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Elvis is coming to say goodbye. Gonna say goodbye? You're like, I'm gonna get my mama back. I'm gonna get my mama back. Hey, you can come up. You can say goodbye. Just don't knock my microphone off. Oh, are you cold? Have you got the shiver shakies? Need to put the heater back on, hey? Need to put the heater back on. All right, friends. We've only got what 2 days left of Tour de Fleece. Thank you, Emily. I don't think I'll be doing any more spinning today. I did a bunch of plying this morning and I've just done some spinning, so I think I'll do some knitting and I'll deal with this wheel on another day. Nat says bye, LV. Yeah, you need to get down. Come on, then come. Friends, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your days. Oh, you big turd. You big turd. You sure? You big turd.